What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my financial channel. My name is Kyle, and today we're going to be talking about how to invest your first $1,000 into the stock market. Before we get into it, there are a lot of things that you want to stay away from and things that you need to do before investing $1,000 in the stock market. You need to take precautions, otherwise you're going to get burned, and you just need to do a little bit of research before you put your money into the stock market. So I'm going to be going over some of these, tips and tricks that you can do before putting some money in the stock market, and some of the stocks that I recommend buying, and the certain amount of positions that you're probably going to want to get into before you just go and load a lot of money into a bunch of different positions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. We're going to be using Robinhood in this video. So if you guys are new here and you have never done any type of stock market investing at all, Robinhood is a stock market brokerage app that allows you to buy and sell stocks for absolutely free. It is commission-free trading. So download Robinhood and get Robinhood, guys. It's going to make your life so much easier, and it is a phenomenal stock brokerage. And I'll leave a link in the description. So if you sign up with Robinhood, if you click that link and sign up through that link, me and you will both get free. We'll get a free stock with a chance of it being Microsoft. And fun fact, my dad actually did that. I got my dad to sign up to do Robinhood, and I got a free Microsoft share. So you have a chance of getting a pretty good free stock. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So if you have $1,000 saved up and you want to get in the stock market, the first things first is, but the biggest tip I can recommend for any new investor is to don't go in there with a big head, don't get greedy, and stay away from penny stocks. I know. So many of you think, I thought I was the biggest advocate for this, okay? I went into the stock market world thinking that I was gonna be the next Timothy Sykes, day trading, doing all this. I was gonna make $1,000 in a day. I'm telling you right now, guys, no matter how much I learned and practiced that and studied the patterns and did all this, I always ended up getting burnt somehow. And I'm not saying people can't be good at trading penny stocks, but I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, if you go into the penny trading world to try to get rich, you're just gonna get burnt. So I totally recommend to stay away from penny stocks. That's gonna be my tip number 1, stay away from penny stocks. Matter of fact, I will go to my all-time on Robinhood, and I'm gonna show you this big spike that I had, and then this big downfall. And that is from penny stocks. Penny stocks are very volatile, and if you're new to investing, you will just not be able to stomach the losses, and it's going to discourage you from investing in the stock market as a whole. All right, so the second thing that you're going to want to do whenever you're investing in the stock market, and I had a very big problem with this, is to learn the companies that you're investing in. Don't just jump into Walmart because you know what Walmart is. Before you invest in a company, you're going to want to figure out what their balance sheet is. Go in there, learn about their balance sheet, figure out how much cash on hand they have, figure out their debts, figure out the plans for the future, figure out if they're, expanding in different countries. Just learn about the business, figure out what makes them the most cash in the business, how the business operates, their products, some of their assets. All that kind of stuff is just going to help you give a better idea of what you're putting your money in, because you're not just putting your money in companies and that's it. You're actually becoming, whenever you buy a share of a stock, you are literally becoming, part owner of that company. Even though it's like a 0.0000001%, you're still a part owner of that company. So whenever you're buying into these companies, you're literally buying a part of a company. You're going to want to figure out what that company's about. So learn about the companies, figure out the PE, figure out their cash on hand, make sure they're solid companies. A lot of these companies that people are investing in nowadays, that goes back with tip number 1, penny stocks, stay away from penny stocks. A lot of these people, these newcomers, they get all these sponsored Facebook messages from, this Timothy Sykes dude. And Timothy Sykes, no hate towards him. I just think a lot of people think that it's as easy as it was for Tim Sykes, back in those days. And I just think it's kind of it's kind of like the halo effect. I think people still think that they can do what Timothy Sykes did, and I just don't think that works anymore. I know people who still do it, but I just think it's extremely hard to do, and I think it's lying to the majority of people to say that anybody can do it. I think it takes a lot of skill to do that stuff, and just honestly a little bit of luck. Don't go dump your money into a lot of companies that you know nothing about. That's just a terrible thing to do. There was one stock, I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like a MoviePass stock years ago, or maybe it was like last year. But everybody thought this MoviePass stock was going to do good and all that, and people just kept buying it and buying it and buying it, and it just kept falling like 30% each day. I mean, it was nuts how fast this stock was falling and just losing value. So just do the research of the company you invest in and learn about it, guys. Learn about the companies before you invest in them. That is going to be tip number 2. So moving on with tip number 3, guys. Tip number 3, we're moving up on the ladder. So tip number 3 is going to be create a solid portfolio through diversification. So what I mean by that is don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, let's just say that you think Walmart is a good company. You know it. You know, you did your research. You figured out, you know, the cash on hand, all their, you know, their debt. You've kind of just studied about the business, figured out how the business model works, and you're about to buy shares of Walmart. And let's say you have $1,000. I think Walmart right now is like $120. So let's say you bought, you know, 8 shares of Walmart, and that's all you bought. All you bought was Walmart shares. I mean, it's, even though you feel really confident about Walmart, you should never, you know, just put all your eggs in one basket, in my opinion. You know, some people like to go for it, but never put your eggs in one basket. You know, kind of diversify. So if Walmart is your favorite or your most confident position, you know, if Walmart is a stock that you think is going to do the best in the future, you know, maybe make that, you know, 40% of your portfolio, and then all the other positions 20%. So that's what I would do. What I like to do is, you know, if Walmart is going to be your biggest position, you know, make that like 40% and maybe have like 4 other positions, core positions, or maybe even 3. You know, $1,000, you don't need a too lot of, you know, diversification. But, you know, make sure the companies you're investing are companies that you're confident with and you think that are going to have, you know, great growth in the future. So I would keep it to about 4 positions, 4 or 5 positions. If I had $1,000, I would put maybe, you know, $400 in a really confident, you know, company that I felt that had the most opportunity for growth. Maybe $200 here, $200 there, and then maybe another $200. That right there gives you $1,000 investment. So, you know, 3 to 4 companies, or if you even wanted to make it work, you know, you could probably do 5. Keep it diversified, and that's really going to limit your, you know, your chances for failure, because if one stock gets hammered, you still have those other 3 or 4 stocks that you know, that are going to keep you afloat. So if you have all your eggs in one basket and that one stock that you have all your money invested in, because believe it or not, you know, no matter how confident you are in a stock, there's always that possibility of the worst. So, you know, you have all your money in that one stock and something bad comes out, you know, something huge lawsuit or something like that. The stock goes down 30%. You know, you have all your money in there, you're down a ton of money. But what could have helped you is if you had more, you know, some more of that money invested in other companies, so that way that big downwards movement of that one stock didn't affect you as much as it, you know, would have if you had all that money in that one company. So make sure you're diversified, and just, it's really going to help you in the long run. So we're going to jump on the Robinhood app starting now. So we are now on the Robinhood app, guys. I'm going to show you how this app works. I'm going to leave a link in the description, and if you click that link and sign up through this app, me and you both get a free stock. And my dad actually ended up doing this. He like signed up through my link, and we ended up I got a free Microsoft share from him, but he got a Chesapeake Energy stock, so he was really mad, and he was like, that's wrong. You got a Microsoft share, and I got a Chesapeake Energy share. So pretty funny story, but anyways, this is Robinhood. So this is the main screen. It's going to show you your portfolio value, which mine right now is $7,624. Right here in the bottom area, this little rectangle right here, this is going to just kind of have news of the stocks that are on your watch list or stocks that you own. So right now, you know, this China to send state officials to 100 private firms, including Alibaba. The reason why it has something about Alibaba in there is because I actually own Alibaba, which is right here. So as you can see, you know, I own Alibaba. So any stock that you own, or if I keep going down, this is my watch list. So these are all the stocks that I keep an eye on. All these stocks that are up here, you know, if any news happens, Robinhood is automatically going to send me some news, you know, regarding them. So Robinhood is a really cool app. Like I said, it's completely free to sign up and completely free to invest unless you're using margin. But if you're a new investor, chances are you're not going to use margin, and I don't recommend margin investing. Very dangerous thing to get into. So yeah, I mean, this is Robinhood. If you want to buy a stock, let's say you wanted to buy Walmart, you would go down to this little magnifying glass right here. You would click that. And right here, this is your top movers on Robinhood. So these are just stocks that are making the biggest moves of the day, either downward or upward. So let's just say you wanted to buy a Walmart share. You would type in Walmart. Now, there's two ways of finding stocks through through Robinhood. You can either type in Walmart or you can type in the ticker symbol, which the ticker symbol for Walmart is WMT. So there's Walmart. We would click Walmart, and there it is. Walmart pops up. It shows us the price today. So today, the high today was $118.40, and the low today was $116.56. So that is Walmart right there. If we want, obviously right now we couldn't buy a share because it's after hours and it's closed. But in the morning time, if we wanted to buy a share, all we would do is go to trade. We would go to buy, and this is very important for Robinhood. I have a lot of buddies that get screwed on this and just don't do this. This is a terrible thing to do, guys, and it's a very dumb mistake. So what you want to do whenever you are about to buy a share of any company on Robinhood, what you want to do is do not right here, whenever it comes up for you to do a market buy, never do a market buy. Don't ever do a market buy. That is going to destroy you, especially if you do penny stocks. Whenever I first started doing Robinhood and I did penny stocks, this destroyed me. But whenever you go on Robinhood, make sure to do a order type. Okay, so even though that the price of Walmart is $117.62, the market price, somebody may be selling that. There may not be any shares available for that price, and the next price up may be $117.80. So whenever you're about to buy a share on Robinhood, make sure to go to order types, go to limit order, and then enter in the exact market price, what the stock is trading at. Then press continue, and then market hours. Unless you wanted to buy it in the extended hours, click market hours, click 3 p.m. tomorrow. Then you click how many shares you want to buy, or you type it in. Let's just say you want to buy 2 shares, click review, and then you swipe up to submit that order. So simple as that. So if you want to sell a stock, all you would do is go to trade, you go to sell. That you have to own the stock to sell it, obviously. You don't want to do a market sell. It's the same thing as a market buy. You want to go to order types, you want to go to limit order. So this is going to be giving you the exact price of what the stock is trading for. If you want to sell it for $377.03, that is the exact price. So that's what we're going to be getting for it. So type in 377.03, continue, continue, continue. How many shares you have? I have 2 shares. So if I wanted to sell 1, I would type in 1. If I wanted to sell 2, I type in 2. Review, swipe up. Simple as that. That is the easiest way of how to get into the stock market. You know, a lot of people think it's really complicated to like start investing in stocks. Guys, just click that link, sign up through Robinhood, and it takes about a day for you to get set up, and you're able to buy whatever stocks that you want to buy. So that is it. We're gonna go ahead and get into number 5. Number 5 is gonna be 5 stocks that I think are very good values right now. Obviously, this is just my opinion. So don't take my advice, do your own research on your companies. I'm just sharing you guys my opinion of what stocks I think are pretty good buys right now if I was a new investor. So number 1 is going to be Johnson & Johnson. This is actually my biggest position so far. I think I have about $2,300 invested in Johnson & Johnson. They pay a pretty good dividend at 2.78%. Johnson & Johnson is like a pharmaceutical, consumer product, healthcare, all that good stuff. Very, very solid company. They sell like baby powder stuff, baby products, tons and tons of stuff. Just a very, very big, they actually sell Tylenol too. So I saw that in Target the other day. It's pretty cool. Oral care, beauty, over-the-counter pharmaceutical, women's health, wound care markets like Band-Aids, stuff like that. The pharmaceutical segment focuses on therapeutic areas such as we're not getting into that. That's boring stuff. Even though you probably should know it, but I'm not going to do it for the video. So they just have a bunch of, honestly, they're just a huge company and very, very solid company. They've been around forever, and they are not going anywhere anytime soon, in my opinion. I mean, they're just always going to be around. I think they're a very, very good company right now. If you guys look at the 1-year chart, they're actually down 7% from the last year at this time. So they're not doing very good at this particular time in their stock price, but I think over the long haul, this company has a lot of room to grow. So getting into my next stock, I'm going to be going into 3M. So 3M, a lot of you guys probably know what 3M is, especially all of us, landscapers, workers, stuff like that. There's a lot of products that 3M makes that we use. They make air filters, they make sealers, They make duct tape. They make just a lot of hardware and just, construction type materials. They're at a really good, really good value right now, in my opinion. They're trading at a PE of 20, which is actually pretty good for the stock because a couple of months ago, or more than a couple of months ago, it was trading at ridiculous PE levels. But if you guys look at the 1 year chart, it is down 22% in 1 year. That is crazy. That is such a bad drop. I think this company is severely undervalued right now. And they pay a really good dividend, guys, like a super good dividend. So 2.86% dividend, very solid dividend, honestly. Very good dividend. They have a market cap of $95 billion, so this isn't like just a small company. This is a really big company, and I think that just right now, a lot of the trade war situation that's happening. So and then also they're facing a lawsuit right now with earplugs, so maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not too sure, but a lot of things are just holding this. The stock has just been held back by bears, here recently, and I just think that like over the long haul, this stock can't continue just to stay still. It's gonna have to bust out and make moves sooner or later. And for the dividend that this stock pays, and there's the track record that this company has proven, and all the rest of the stuff that involved with this company, I think it's a great stock buy right now. And personally, that's gonna be my second favorite position to buy right now. So my third stock that I would recommend buying, guys, is gonna be Pfizer. Pfizer is a pharmaceutical company as well. And they are honestly at a really good value as well right now. They're, if you can see, in the last 3 months, they've gone down 17%. So a really big fall for Pfizer, and a huge company, $202 billion market cap. Nice dividend too, 3.16%. They got a PE ratio of 16.75, so not a bad PE, very good PE. It's actually a little better than 3M and Johnson & Johnson. And this company's not going anywhere. This company has been around, let's see here, if you go all the way down to the bottom on Robinhood, this company has been around since 1849, guys. 1849. My great-great-great-grandpa was just coming out of the womb probably in 1849. So, very solid company. It's not going anywhere. And I think that's honestly a really good buy right now. And they pay a very attractive dividend. So that's another reason why I like Pfizer. Great company to get in right now because of the value. And I just think, over the years that they're just going to continue to go up. So let's see what my next stock is going to be. My next stock, I got a lot of stocks in my portfolio right now, guys. I'm going to have to go with Boeing. I still think Boeing is a great buy. This is my best performing stock right now is Boeing. I actually have an average cost of $336. So not bad on Boeing. Boeing is a solid company that's, over the past year, they've been really affected by the trade war and stuff like that. And also the issues that they're having with their 737. They need to get that crap figured out so that this stock can just soar. But they've had a lot of issues with their 737s. They've had a couple crashes and stuff like that, and they're just having a lot of issues with that. So hopefully they sort that out sooner or later so they can just breathe as a company. And as soon as they get that stuff, sorted out, their company, I feel like, is just going to skyrocket again. The 5-year chart, as you can see, they had a really big year in, a couple of years ago from 2016 to 2018. They had a huge spike. And they also pay a really good dividend at 2.12%. So not a bad company to invest in. And I think Boeing is still at a really good value. Even though their PE they're kind of overpriced right now in my opinion, but I still think for what they were trading at for the last couple of years, they're still a pretty good value. So yeah, Boeing's a good company, and I own 2 shares of it. I probably will be adding more if it goes down, but yeah, solid company for Boeing. All right, so we have one more stock to showcase at a really good value. I'm trying to think of which one I want to do. I want to do a dividend stock. Honestly, so number 5 is going to be kind of a skeptical, controversial kind of stock to get into. I'm into stocks to make money. Just because I buy stock doesn't mean that I support the company. So if you guys if you guys are upset that I'm buying this company, I'm not buying this company to support the owner. I'm here to make money, and that's it. But this stock is going to be called Altria, ticker symbol MO. And Altria is a tobacco company and also an e-cigarette company. They own like a 30% or 20%. I can't remember the exact amount, but they own a pretty big stake in Juul. And Juul has been getting hammered on lately. I mean, so much things are going on with Juul. It's honestly scary. Like India's talking about banning them. China and some other big country just banned them from like imports. Walmart just stopped selling Juul products. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. Trump and his administration are saying that they're going to start cracking down on Juuls and e-cigarette products. I mean, so This stock has been getting absolutely leveled for the past 3 months to a year, down 33% this year. But I think honestly it's severely undervalued. It's got a PE of 12. That is extremely good for a stock of this magnitude. They pay a nice dividend at 6%, so a very, very strong dividend for this stock. And yeah, like I said, they've just been getting hammered from all the e-cigarette news and allegations and stuff like that. But I'm actually down on the stock 7%, and it just continues to fall. But I will be buying more shares of this. They pay amazing dividends, and I think over the long haul, this is just a speed bump in the road, and I think they're just going to continue to skyrocket, the next couple of years. But, very controversial company. In the heat right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Juul, but I think, they've never not seen something like this. These tobacco companies, that's all they've been doing for the past, hundreds of years, just facing backlash and backlash and backlash. So, that is going to be my 5 stocks that I would invest in right now, guys. This is all my opinion. Do your own research. I'm not telling you this to buy it. I don't recommend you buy the stocks that I talk about. I'm just here giving my opinion. So that's just a little disclaimer. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and leave some comments in the comment section on some of the stocks that you're invested in or stocks that you think are going to be doing good in the future. I want to know about them. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video coming up. I've been really, really busy here lately, so I'm trying to get as much stock market videos out as I can. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe, trade good.